Yo, 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 salute. Your boy Gamer Keyskate back here with another one. The Knicks beat the Hawks. Second time this season, 116 to 114. In the absence of all that is great, all that is blessed, RJ Barrett with another migraine issue. Is it really a knee issue? Some people put that on Twitter saying that, he's hiding for that knee issue, which would be really egregious on the Knicks' part to be using migraines as an excuse to keep RJ Barrett out to hide his knee issues. Because the only person I remember back in the day who really had migraine issues like that was Percy Harvin with the Vikings and Terrell Davis with the Broncos. Not to say other people don't have migraines, but when was the last time RJ Barrett really had migraines? But anyway, get to that a little later. But the Knicks win a hard-fought game tonight, 116 to 114 off the scoring, carrying of Julius Randle, 29 points tonight. Shot excellently from the field. I believe he shot 50% from the field tonight. Julius Randle with his 29 points off of, 50% shooting, 12 for 24, 3 for 5 from 3, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Another game where he's had, I want to say he had 8 assists last time against the Hawks as well too. A game where he played his role in terms of facilitating, passing, and the ball out quickly. Something that I've complained about because I just feel his process has been too inconsistent. But today he showed his so-called passing and playmaking chops. Today, getting Grimes involved before Grimes got hurt, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But then finding his role. Early on, he was hot. I think he scored the first 5 points, the fourth quarter, attacking the basket, playing bully ball, getting and ones. I mean, the guy, Julius Randle, say what you want, me included. I'm not the biggest fan of his game at times. I think he's a slow processor. But today, the bully ball, Randle mixed in with finding the open man tonight, with the Knicks having about 29 assists. Played it perfectly. Absolutely not one complaint tonight. And also, let me say something too, man, about Julius Randle. I saw what you did. When your man Jalen Brunson got the charge from Okongwu, and Okongwu got up, and it wasn't like it was, any vitriolic, but I saw that little shoulder shove you gave Okongwu, like, yo, watch yourself. I like that. Stepping up for your teammate like that, Julius Randle. So, maybe we have a little bit overblown that guys don't like Randle. I think that Randle is such a hothead that people just like, yo, just stay away from him, let him get through his thing, whatever. He has to process through it. But what I saw today by you, Julius Randle, when you gave that little shoulder shrug to Okongwu after Brunson took the charge, I salute that, man. That was beautiful. But let's get to the others, man. Jalen Brunson. This is why I put the title, man. This is Jalen Brunson in my gun go blam. For anybody back in the day that remember Smack DVD, Shay Davis from the Bronx. Salute to Shay Davis. I'm from Brooklyn, but this Shay Davis in my gun go blam, that was an absolute classic. So salute to Shay Davis. But I mean, today, man, the Knicks and the Hawks letting them guns go blam. The Knicks shot 47.9% for the field, 47% from 3. Hawks shot 54.7% for the field, 38.7% from 3. But to get to Jalen Brunson, man, some clutch shots today, 24 points, 8 for 19 from the field, but 6 for 10 from 3, 2 for 2 from the stripe, 8 assists, by the way, for other people. By the way, I think I want to say he had 6 assists in the first quarter. So people might say, oh, well, you should have had 12 like Halliburton did the other day. Shut up. Guy ended up with 8 assists. No one was complaining when he was giving us the lead back and forth in the fourth quarter when the Hawks were up by 7, came back out of that timeout. I think it was Randle hit the shot after to make it a 4 3-point game. And then Brunson just kept going back and forth, hit that tough mid-range shot. I think it was to give us a lead. I mean, Brunson, in terms of his shooting, clutch. Again, 42% from the field is not the greatest. He did miss that nice wide open 3 in the corner, but he actually missed a few. But Brunson today, man, this is what you want from a guy who can close out games. And we've complained for years about not having that guy. Obviously, we saw it last year. And Brunson's touch has been a little bit off. He had some layups. He had one where he caught the dude off the pivot and then had the left wide open and just miss it. And I think his touch is just slightly off. Maybe he gets 2 or 3 more possessions back in his in the green light with a little bit better touch. Again, for him, I think he's going to be more than fine. Today showed that, again, the touch is there. Sniper gang. Yeah, that's me. He played excellently. Mitchell Robinson. Here's why I made an observation about Mitchell Robinson. I think and pause, because I know people are going to go crazy. I think he's finally maturing into his body. He's no longer really, he does fall goofy at times. His hands are straight up bricks. Because there are times today when they try to pass him, boys are hot potato. But you see it today, man. The control and the body balance is there for Mitchell Robinson. The rebounds he was getting today, man, and the rebounds he's been getting this year. Again, he's one of the best rebounders in the league. even when he wasn't putting up the crazy surface level rebound stats, when you look at his contested rebounds, when you look at his box outs these past few seasons, Knicks again have been one of the better second chance opportunity and offensive rebounding teams for the past several years with Tom Thibodeau at the helm. Mitch Robinson's a major reason, but what I'm seeing this year, how he's controlling himself, where he knows he has two, maybe even sometimes three guys trying to fight for rebounds on him, and you see him not necessarily just go up for it. He might tip the ball in his favor into where he's already moving into. The timing is a lot better. Again, he had 6 offensive rebounds today. Not that that's anything to sneeze at. He's sometimes putting up 7, 8 offensive rebounds a game, but those 6 offensive rebounds, if you just watch him today, man, I fell in love with how much control he had in terms of catching the boards today. He looked dominant. He's looked dominant in the past, dominant against Cleveland and whatnot, and this season he's had, double-digit rebounds. But today's game with a Hawks team that played so resilient, such a resilient game against us, just biding their time until they can get back into the game, getting through our hot starts in the first and even the second quarter. It was beautiful to see Mitchell Robinson hold it down and rebounding. And, Capella had, 3 rebounds today? Clint Capella had 3 rebounds today. Mitchell Robinson had 15. A lot of contested rebounds, by the way, Mitchell Robinson. It was beautiful to see. Again, only 6 points, but I don't even care about that. Honestly, I'm not even crazy about the points unless it's like he's missing putbacks and alley-oops. But what I saw from Mitch Robinson today, it seems as if his body is he's growing, like he's finally matured into his frame. It's no longer gangly and falling all over the place and doofy. You see it from time to time, but it's nowhere near as much as it was before. It's just a discipline on defense, man. I'm a little proud of him, man. 3 steals today, too. He had that nice sliding hand. I'm forgetting exactly who it was, but it was in the first half. One of the steals that I like. Again, he's cognizant of passing lanes. We try to make an errant pass into a passing lane that he's near. He's going to try to get the ball. So, again, he works hard on defense, man. Had 1 block today. But Mitch Robinson, man, you turn into something. Don't worry about just worry about your free throw shooting. Don't worry about getting the touches. You are elite at what you do, and you're underrated because of that. Trust me. Trust me. Dennis Rodman is in the Hall of Fame. It's not because he could shoot. Trust. It's literally because he could defend and rebound. Not saying you're Dennis Rodman, but work on getting to that level. Trust me, the looks will come. One day, if you're working your damn brick hands, your hands are straight up pure Colombiana cocaina, man. That Molly Ringwald. Your hands are straight up bricks, man. Other guys that contributed today, man, and I'm going to go through the quarters and whatnot, man. Josh Hart. Let me say this about Josh Hart, man. 8 rebounds, 9 points. I like Josh Hart taking the shots and spots. He missed his first 3 today, but he was attacking the basket in his spots. That's all I don't need you to hesitate and do his funny business. I know you got that 1 block. It was funny, though. You got blocked. I think it was not Capella. It was Bogdan that blocked you. It was a fast break. You had 2 guys on your flanking into the corner. You didn't want to pass. You want to take it. And Bogdan blocked it in right after you got blocked. You're going to be you got Uncle Styles, bro. You went straight up to the ref to try to diffuse the embarrassment of getting blocked so badly by Bogdan. You're a funny dude, son. And then yesterday, or the other game where you threw it up dude's back and shot it, you're a funny dude, son. But I got to give it to you, man. You and Donte Divenchenzo crashing the boards today. I know Donte only had 4 rebounds. You had 8. Strong, but Donte just had 4. But the clutch rebounds you guys had, Donte getting his own rebound, getting the jump ball, you crashing the boards on both ends. Uber important for a team that wants to play small, helps preserve Mitchell Robinson, get some of these long rebounds, these second chance opportunities that we need badly, some of these defensive rebounds that we need badly. There was one I wish you just would have went right straight up because you caught the rebound right under the basket. It's like, dude, just go up. But you're always looking for the man outside. And again, with RJ out, I expect you to produce a little bit more. You did have a good game. Last game scoring wise today, I'm not even too mad. 4 for 10 from the field, 9 points, 1 for 5. You took your opportunities, you took your chances. You missed some threes, missed several threes. But I like the aggressiveness in every other part of the game. Now fouls, you gotta, you had 4 fouls, ticky-tack fouls. They were gonna give it to Trae Young. I do get a little bit concerned about you against bigger wings. Sometimes you against smaller wings. I know what Tom Thibodeau teaches you guys. You guys are a little bit handsy. You Grimes, you guys are a little handsy. You gotta chill out with using the hands all the time against some of these twitchier guards because we're not chosen. We're not the chosen, so we're not gonna get those calls. You gotta chill out a little bit. You Grimes, IQ with that awful 3-point foul against Trae Young. That hurt us. But Again, good game by Josh Hart. I know people say, well, he's making 20 minutes. Shut up. For what he did today and what we had. Because people think it's like, all right, every day you got to go out and give me 20, right? Or you got to shoot the ball 30, 20 times. It's like, that's not his game. It's not his game. His game is going to be defense, the glue guy. You fill in for RJ Barrett when you can. And you find your spots. And I thought he was aggressive in the spots. But this was a game that was really between Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. IQ carrying the scoring load. Now let's get to IQ. IQ, I thought played a good game. I hated that stupid foul against Trae Young. That hurt my. That killed me. Because it's ticky tack, but it's like keep your hand out the cookie jar. You know Trae Young's gonna fiend for fouls. The guy hasn't been scoring. Can't hit his superstar threes and get the crowd going into it and get himself into it. You know what Trae Young likes to do. So it's like, dogs, you got to be smart in that. But everything else with IQ, man, IQ played his butt off today, man. Scoring wise, there was a period, I believe, when Brunson was out, Randle was still in. I think Randle still hit a shot. This was like in the second quarter. I was a little concerned that IQ would struggle without, again, that gravity play, that playmaker alongside of him. But in that fourth quarter, he found his way. I loved him finding drawing fouls against the Hawks to get to the line to slow the game down because the Hawks, let me give them something. They're not the greatest defensive teams, but in that fourth quarter, when they were getting the league and it was going back and forth, they found ways to close out against us, to set up baseline traps, to make us pick up our dribble, which we love doing, and pick up our dribble in the worst of spots. We got really sloppy with the dribbling with Grimes. I'll get to that a little bit later. But the Hawks did a really good job in that fourth quarter until we were able to break through with Brunson and Randle. So I get concerned sometimes with IQ be able to create without those two guys, without another gravity play alongside. When you're playing a team that kind of has that let's stay in this game, that bend don't break kind of team like the Hawks today, with different guys who are contributing to try to get them back into the game, which they did at one point. So I do get concerned about IQ today, man. Hit some clutch threes, man. 3 for 5 from outside, 6 for 11 from the field, 5 for 6 from 3, which is uber important. The Knicks tonight, which is another important thing, shot 98% from the stripe, 10 for 11. That's what you want from the Knicks. Make your free throw shots. If we go with that 70% crap or whatever, we probably lose this game. 60%, whenever we shooting below 80%, bro, we losing these games, bro, because we get to the line. We got a lot of physical players who get to the line. If you don't execute, man, you're giving up freebies, free money, free food. So Quickley again, 4 assists today, man. I thought he played really well. People will talk about if he's a lead guard and whatnot. It's tough. It's just tough to tell, man. I don't think he's that type of guy. I think he's more of a complimentary guy. But hey, play a role, man. Somebody's gonna pay you some money. I don't know if it's the Knicks, Spurs. Go and play with Wembayama. Find your way, man. But what you did today, man, especially after the last game, I liked the showing out tonight. IQ, man, 20 points for you, 6 for 11 from the field. You play well, especially down the stretch, getting those fouls, which is uber important. Controlling it. Tom Thibodeau's talked about this before. Control the pace of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope thing, right? The team is coming back. They're using pace. They're getting into rhythm of their offense. They're getting fouls. They're able to hit shots with the dribble drive penetration. Bogdan, Sadiq Bey hitting shots from outside. Jalen Johnson, I think, was perfect from outside. Get to the foul line. Throw their rhythm off. Throw their rhythm off. That's one of the best things you could do against a hot team. Throw their rhythm off and see how they respond. So IQ played really well. Again, Donte Divenchenzo, man, only 6 points today. 3 for 8 from the field. 0 for 2 from 3. 4 rebounds, 3 assists though. And I give it to him. He didn't have no steals. No, he had 2 steals. Donte Divenchenzo has 2 because I remember I think there was one in the first half where he caught a pass that went through the pass lane. So him and IQ, Josh Hart, I love defensively when they're in there because they play those passing lanes aggressively. It's like they're little, again, you could call it the Villanova gene outside of IQ. IQ's from UK, but that Villanova gene, whatever it is, that tenacity on defense and effort crashing the boards. You see from Donte, Mr. 3 follow through to get his own rebound, even though it ended up a jump ball. But that's the tenacity you want to see. That's the hustle you want to see. I mean, teams talk about it all the time. The Knicks are one of those annoying teams that no matter how poorly they're shooting or how bad they can be doing any night, they're going to give it their all. They're going to try to out-hustle you. And then you look up. Knicks could be shooting 38% from the field. Knicks could be shooting 27% from 3. You look up, it's the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left to go, and it's only a 5-point game. And Donte, Josh Hart, IQ, Quentin Grimes, they all they all represent that tenacity and hustle from Tom Thibodeau. Ihart as well too. When Randle and Brunson are out, you see the offense that Tom Thibodeau would run if he was a college coach. If he just had a bunch of kids who was going to follow what he does, and he could just have them going out there, out hustling, running a little Princeton offense, handoffs and all that dribble handoff crap, and moving off the ball, having Ihart as your freaking Jakim Noah light, and not light as in skin, but like, you know what I mean. But And I love seeing that night in, night out, man. The hustle plays tonight. 29 assists. Again, I know Brunson had his 8. Randle had 8 assists. But other guys too. Donte Divenchenzo with 3 assists. The ball movement today was magnifique, including Randle. For all the people say, oh, Brunson doesn't move the ball. There were plays that Brunson was making. I think it was an IQ 3 that he missed where Brunson passed it to Randle. Randle passed to IQ. IQ missed in the corner. Good shot. But that's a potential assist. But it doesn't go down on the record books unless you look up advanced stats, right? And look, I think there are times when Brunson, I'm going to say Chuck, but Nisa carried the offense, like the Bucks game where no one else besides Grimes and IQ could do something. And today in the fourth quarter. But you saw the ball movement. You saw these guys trust the players around them. It was beautiful. Just to go through the quarters real quick, man. Again, some of the questions I had. Who steps up in RJ Barrett's absence? Just, again, the migraine stuff scares me. I have migraines. I typically have them for 2 to 3 days. Starts off the first day. Second day, if I feel like, oh crap, I'm dehydrated. Third day is just because you can't sleep. So hopefully it is migraines and something's gonna pass through. I hope it's nothing serious, and I hope it ain't hiding for the damn knee. But some observations, man. First quarter, I thought Mitch Robinson was fighting really hard on the boards. Randle was really aggressive in finding his shot in the mid range. I think he scored the first 5 points, and then he took like a bad 3. Then came back and hit another shot. The thing with Randle, and we talked about this last year, he has to get, even though it's gotten better this year, because you could argue there were games where he still produced late in the game. Like the Bucks, Bucks game was not a good example because he did defer to Brunson, but then he wasn't setting screens, he was just staying in the corner. So it's like it's gotten better since last year, but it's still not there. So I do worry, is like, do you always have to get Randle his touches and get him going early on so he's engaged during the whole game? That's the thing that scares me, right? Can I get a Randle where, okay, he's shooting pro in the first half, but I get the Randle that played the Nuggets away last year where in that fourth quarter, I've never seen Randle play defense like that against any team like he did in the Nuggets last year when we traveled over to play them. That was absurd. I was like, who's this guy? That was Dennis Rodman-like defense. Can I get that Randle if he doesn't have a good first quarter, right? Tom Thibodeau last year, say what you want, try to get Randle involved by just allowing him to shoot threes, get himself involved in the game. And I talked about this last year where the Knicks record, I'm forgetting exactly what it was, but it was 18-8 or something like that. Randle averages a certain amount in the first quarter. But again, Randle, first quarter tonight was heavily involved. Was hot for lack of better terms. First quarter, shot 6 for 12 from the field, which is ridiculous. Scoring 14 points. Brunson had 8 points, but Randle and Brunson were hot. Knicks were eating in transition. That's where a bunch of steals came from. Again, that first quarter, no turnovers. No, it is beautiful to see when there's no turnovers, when it's turnoverless basketball. Again, Josh Hart was aggressive in his spots early on. Everybody, Ihart with the good hustle, Donte Divenchenzo with the cuts down low. I believe it was Brunson who found him down low. Little fake, no-look pass. I think it was either come from one of the baselines or he was just, I think it was, come from the baseline, Donte Divenchenzo. First quarter is beautiful prime Knick basketball. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. Then second quarter came and, it was a little bit different. Knicks still playing the passing lanes really well, but Bogdanovich, that second quarter, I believe he had 14 points in that second quarter. I mean, this guy, we have to start talking about as a Knicks player. You know what's crazy about him? His splits against the Knicks career-wise aren't great. He's averaging 12.2 points a game against the Knicks, shooting 40% from the field, 32.6% from three. But it feels like every time he plays the Knicks, he kills us. It feels like every time he plays the freaking Knicks, he finds a way to kill us. Now, last game against the Knicks, he had 16 points. Yep. 6 for 11 from the field, 4 for 9 from 3. And I felt like in years prior, he's always been the guy to either him or DeAndre Hunter find a way to hit big shots against us. But for whatever reason, bro, like, yo, your man just found his shooting touch in that second quarter. Bogdan Bogdanovic shot 4 for 4 from the field, 10 points. No, it wasn't no damn 10 points. In the second quarter, they said he had, well, no, they said he had up to 12 points. So he scored some in the first quarter. But yeah, he had 10 points in that second quarter. He was carrying the team, him and Jalen Johnson. So that boy is going to be, he's going to be something, man. The Hawks had a nice draft in Jalen Johnson. Like I said, you would think that John Collins was redundant, but they knew they were going to get rid of John Collins as soon as they signed the contract. You heard rumors, oh, we're going to trade him. Can we trade him to the Mavericks and maybe move and get the KP contract and that stuff? But Jalen Johnson, the guy left Duke early. People concerned about his attitude and whatnot. And there's certain guys just got to admit, like, hey, the college thing is just not for them. The college process and feeding into the process, you could say him, you could say Shaden Sharp, who many people, rightfully so, had concerns about their games. Typically when these guys leave college, you might get the idea that they don't work hard. They can't respond well to more hardline coaching. They just want to come to the league for the money. And granted, I can't blame you because these guys get hurt every day, man. Take care of you and your family. But Jalen Johnson is definitely a guy to watch out for, man. He fits that Hawks team perfectly. And his shooting too. Thank God DeAndre Hunter wasn't great today because he's a guy who's given us issues in the past. But yeah, that second quarter, the Knicks continue. It's weird because the Knicks continue to play well, shot well. At that point in the second quarter, by the end of it, they were shooting 47% from the field, 35% from three, which is, slightly above average, 35% from three. But the Knicks were finding spots offensively. Just, slowly but surely, the Hawks started to get into the game against us. They hit 5 straight shots at one point, the Hawks did, while the Knicks were still playing good. So it's like, what do you do at that point? So it was, again, rope-a-dope kind of game for really both teams. For both teams, if you think about it. Now, the third quarter, was where you saw some of the magic between Randle and Grimes start to occur. Now, I want to break this down a little bit, maybe do a video on this, but it was nice to see Randle make a concerted effort to find Grimes at the wings. Now, unfortunately, Grimes got hurt. I forget, was it Bogdan? Who was it again? Was it Bogdan or DeAndre? I think it may have been DeAndre. He kind of tried to dig his hands into where on the gather for the layup and got hurt. But it was nice to see the Knicks trying to get Grimes open. You saw in the first half, at least for Donte Divenchenzo, ran that nice little off-ball screen play for Donte, get him open at the wing, kind of like a curl play. Get him open at the wing, to either shoot the shot, drive to the basket. That was the one where Donte had the pass, I believe, to Jalen Brunson in the corner for the 3. I think it was one of his assists because he kicked out to somebody in the corner. I think it was Brunson. And I think they ran similar things for Grimes. Or actually, no, I should take it back because I need to watch the film again. But I just remember they were finding Grimes in the wing. It may have just been them playing the 5-out basketball and just finding Grimes. But I think, if I remember, I think there's a little bit more off-ball movement. There was some off-ball movement to get Grimes open. Honestly, let me just watch it real quick because Grimes had 2 threes tonight, so it's not as if he had a crazy night scoring wise, but he did. Let me turn that off. Brunson found Grimes in a corner in the transition, and then Randle. Grimes drives, kicks it out to Josh. Josh out to Randle. Brunson sets the screen for Grimes over at the wing. So yeah, but there was more passes. If I remember, there were more passes to Grimes to get him open at the wing, and I made the note that it was Randle trying to make concerted effort to get the ball moving in that third quarter. Now I'll say it's about Grimes. Grimes, you gotta work on your dribbles. Look, for all the people out there on social media talking about Grimes he was a point guard in college. Your man had 3. Your man helped the Hawks get back into the game. And I don't want to get on Grimes too much, man. He had 3 turnovers in one quarter, bro. Dumb turnovers were garbage. Your man tried to put it behind the back, I believe, on transition. Your man, oh my gosh, man, drove into the wing, got stripped off. Strip. I think it was Capella or Kungwu, if I remember. Your man Grimes was on some BS tonight, son, with the ball in his hands, because he don't got that fluid dribble where he can just sense, when a defense is gonna try to reach in for that, bro. And then he had one where he tried to make the pass underneath to Josh Hart driving off the baseline. It was like, hey, what are you doing? Yo, dogs, Grimes, just stick to the shooting. Keep it simple, bro. If you're not using the screen to get some space, man, I don't need you with the ball in your hands. And the Knicks have been doing this. They did it in the Clippers game, and they did it tonight. Now, they probably did some other games, but the Knicks are allowing Grimes to have the ball in a little bit in his hands. I'm not saying it's for him to control and run the offense, but Tibbs is trusting him with the ball in his hands. Go back and watch that Clippers game. Now, go back and watch the first half. It wasn't as if he was doing a whole bunch with the ball in his hands, but they allow him to bring the ball from the half court, handoff, and find the open man, get the offense flowing. So he's not just stuck in the corner. Or, I hate saying stuck in the corner, but he's in the corner. He's at the wing, just staying there, maybe move a little bit off the ball while all the action that happens on the strong side, Randle, whoever else. They allow him to have the ball in his hands a little bit more. Now, again, it's a process. I'm not trying to kill the kid too much on the turnovers, but the turnovers are ugly. And you're playing against a team like the Hawks who are fighting, chomping the bit. I never felt safe with the lead tonight because it's like, all right, when these guys are going to get hot? We know the Hawks, they got shooters, they got snipers, they got Trae Young. They got a bunch of guys who shone out against us. But, tonight it was a little bit dangerous. Now, let's get to this fourth quarter, man. Knicks passing, 22 assists to start the fourth quarter. Again, ended the game with 29 assists. And by the way, in the third quarter, Randle was coming alive too, man. Randle and Brunson, man. They saved us when the Knicks were looking bad, man. We were looking a little ashy today, man. But that fourth quarter, and that's when foul. Yeah, Grimes got hurt off of Bogdanovich. Donte Divenchenzo and Josh Hart, again, continue with crashing boards on both ends. Randle remained hot in the game. But then they start calling those fouls. And again, the Chosens, they're going to get their free throws. Trae Young with a 7 for 9 from the stripe. There's a guy that his own coach, and Lloyd Pierce, went to the NBA or had a meeting with the NBA or the NBA team coaches, and he complained about his own play and Trae Young getting foul calls. That's crazy, son. Is that he was hating on Trae Young? It was probably a little both. Hating on Trae Young and seeing how disgusting it was that this wasn't a pure game anymore. I don't want to say pure, but it wasn't good, bro. It was not good, bro. Like, you talk... Come on, son. Every freaking time down the court, your man Trae Young is just getting fouls here, fouls there. Come on, bro. Little bit of contact, and your man Trae Young is driving into the guy. Ah! NBA, that's not basketball, bro. That is not basketball, man. But, yeah, Mitchell Robinson, great rebound to get Brunson to hit that three to take the lead at one around 3:51, man. Mitch Robinson, when he was, like, bobbing the ball and trying to find a rebound, finally got to Jalen Brunson. I think he hit the shot at the top of the key. IQ, again, like I said, stepped up big in that fourth quarter, went to the line. I want to say he went to the line 4 times. He's 3 for 4, I believe, from the stripe in that fourth quarter. I take that back. He was 5 for 6 in the fourth quarter. I take that back. He shot all his free throws, I believe, in that fourth quarter. Again, beautiful resilience by the Knicks, down by 7 late. Was able to respond after a timeout, which is, wow. I mean, amazing, because we typically after timeouts, man, we typically do something stupid. But again, the 2-man game between Randle and Brunson driving to the basket, I believe it was baseline, and then finding Randle rolling to the basket. But I will say this, Randle, I beg you, and all that is good, all that is holy. There was that play where you and Brunson ran the screen game off the wing, and Brunson is waiting for you to roll to the basket. If you roll to the basket, I think Capella has to step up. You have a man open underneath. You have a man open, flashing from the corner to the wing. Can you please roll to the freaking basket off a damn screen with Brunson, bruh? The passing and the hitting the shots, it's great. You played great in the fourth quarter. I am not taking nothing away from you, bro. 2 for 5 in the fourth quarter. 3 assists, 1 rebound. I'm going to say played great, but you played good in the fourth quarter. Had that, I thought you had an and 1 in the fourth quarter. I don't know why I'm bugging. But can you roll to the freaking basket between you and Brunson? And another thing, too. You've been doing it several times this season. You did it against the Clippers. You did it against the... Can you run the pick and roll with you and Mitch, especially when Jalen Johnson's out the game? Please. It's DeJounte is going to match up against you. Sometimes DeAndre. But when Jalen Johnson's out the game, you get one of these rangy wings who want to defend you that you could bully to the basket, bro. I would love for you and Mitch to run the pick and roll. Get Capella out the box. Force the your defender, whether it's a wing or whatever, a wing or smaller, weaker 4, and Capella, force them to the side. Do they want to who's going to drop back for the Mitch Robinson alley-oop? Who's going to play up on Randle attacking to the basket? Too many times we try to play this 5-out basketball. We just have these, you pass it around, you try to get an isolation situation where maybe you could catch a misstep or you could catch a late step on a closeout, and you attack the basket and you kick it to the guy rolling underneath, rolling into the paint. Excuse me. Maybe it's a guy underneath, or you kick it back to the outside. I get that, but can we generate a little bit more space? Just manufacture a little bit more space systematically. Now, if they hedge or if they double and they try to trap, okay, you get out of that, right? But can we freaking get? Can we just get a little bit more screen game between Randle and Mitch? It is effective. It works. And again, the Hawks played spirited defense in that fourth quarter, but can we just run that? And by the way, too, man, we have to find a way to stop Trae Young's dribble drive penetration. I agree. He had 15 assists today. The rotational defense to close us by the Knicks, man, we are always a step too late. The help defense only works. It's almost like game theory. Only works if everybody makes a certain decision. And that means if you're going to double Trae Young, like at times they try to do a hedge against him and try to trap him up top and get the ball off his hands, which at times they did succeed. Trae Young several times tonight picked up his dribble. They flashed the double, picked up his dribble, stuck in the paint, tries to kick it out to somebody else. But if you do that, you got to make sure, if you compromise up top, you got to make sure at least the next available shooter is guarded. They want to make the cross-court pass to somebody all the way deep in the corner. Let that guy be free. If he hits the shot, he hits the shot. That's a low probability play for the most part, right? If they're going to throw some cross-court pass and your defense is actually concentrated and focused, that's a tough shot to make. But it can't be that the guy right next to your damn shooter is wide open because you're lollygagging, you're falling asleep, help, and you're stuck on the guy in the corner. Meanwhile, they're trying to double Trae Young up top or trying to flash the double, trying to hedge off the screen, and you're stuck in and you're like, oh, wait. Come on, dogs. I don't see a lot with Donte Divenchenzo, IQ, and Josh Hart. Those guys are freaking gym rats when it comes to help defense. But guys like Randle and come on, dogs. We got to do a little bit better. But this was a good game by the Knicks. Again, I love what Randle did, pushing Okongwu with the shoulder after your man Jalen Brunson caught the charge. It was beautiful to see him sticking up for his man. Unlike Karl-Anthony Towns yesterday with Draymond Green choking out Gobert. And then freaking, you my son. Anthony Edwards, you my son. But you also didn't want any smoke with Draymond. Y'all got to start showing that. Now, he got suspended for 5 games, but I would take a 10-game suspension. I'm decking you in the face, bro. I am decking you in the face. You're not going to do that to my teammate, bro. You try to bully the bullies. Remember what Zachary Randolph said? I bully the bullies. Zachary Randolph's one of those dudes like, nah, if it ain't, he's a righteous dude with integrity. Draymond Green, bro, you don't have no integrity. And you're a great system player, whatever. I would never take away your accolades, bro, but you're a dirty player. It is what it is, man. One of y'all dudes in the league got to step up. If he does that to your teammates, bro, you ain't do that against no damn Randle. We know that. You're not doing it against Randle. But I like what you did, Randle. I like what Randle did today for Brunson, showing up for his teammate, just hitting Okongwu with that shoulder. Go back and look. When Brunson took the charge, as a get up, Okongwu was still looking at the refs like, oh, what did I do? And you see Randle just hit him real quick with that. Now, I ain't think too violent, but like, yo, you watch yourself. You doing too much. That's my man. I salute that. That was beautiful to see. But all around, great game by the Knicks, man. Like I said, 29 assists. No threes. Suto Hulita McCollum for first point us out on Twitter. No threes by Trae Young. Magnifique. The Hawks still shot well from the field, but so did the Knicks. Great hustle plays, man. I mean, I wouldn't say we have the Hawks number, but you know the mid-range pick and roll mid-range game by DeJounte Murray, even though he was percolating a little bit in the game today with that mid-range shot, didn't kill us like it did last year where he hit like 8 shots in a row against IR. Just come off the screen, just hitting a mid-range shot. And by the way, let him shoot the damn 3. Play off of him. That's what I'm talking about. It's one thing to play tough, hard-nosed defense, but sometimes play smart defense. He can't shoot threes. Why not? Why am I playing up on him? Like when Mitchell Robinson, granted, you don't want him to shoot the 3. I get it, lane games, so don't take the lane games as examples. But during the games, come on. And by the way, the inbounds plays, bro, Tibbs, that is on you. You gotta do a lot better. You gotta do a lot better job of freaking setting up inbound plays. That was pathetic. End of the game, we almost lost the game because you can't do an inbounds play. And at last second, Donte, you just can't hit it off his leg to get out of bounds and get the ball right back. Knicks need better execution down the stretch with those plays, man. But we did pull this one out, pause. You know, Bogdan missed that 3, airball 3, thought he got fouled. But they gave y'all enough fouls, so F all that. But it was nice to see Brunson and Randle, the two-man games, looking like AZ and Nas out there. AZ and Nas, can I just make one joint album? Can I just make 5 joint songs with Knowledge as a producer? Knowledge, if you want Hit Boy, but Knowledge, you know what I'm saying, man? Maybe Derringer or something like that. Maybe Derringer might be too much. That's West Side Gun, you know what I'm saying, man? Conductor, maybe Conductor Williams. Derringer's on, you can't. Please, Nas, AZ, can I just make one out? Please. Just 5 songs. I'll be good. Just make 5 songs, please. But no, that was beautiful to see by Randle and Brunson. Two-man game today. Able to execute against the Hawks. We got the Wizards coming up next on Friday. Jermaine Jordan Poole. I forget who said it. Was it Poor Pierce who said it? Said, yo, Jordan Poole, you think it's easy being your own man, right? Hey, Jordan Poole, you got all the points you want with the Washington Wizards. The wins ain't going to come. At least not yet. Until things change. But you want to go out there and jack up shots, and you saw him in the huddle the other day, getting all mad and whatnot, man. All right, you got it, bro. Do you. Ain't going to lead to wins. Now, if the Knicks lose this team, I'll be discussing. But that's another team where the Knicks execute, be out by mid-4th quarter. Take care of business. This team is not, the Wizards are not a good team. Should not be losing. We have a game on Saturday. We need guys to be in tip-top shape. Hopefully, we see RJ Barrett back. It'd be nice to see him get back to the swing of things. Sniper Gang, RJ Barrett. Sniper Gang. Yeah, that's me. But yeah, RJ, get better, son. In the meantime, between time, man, Randle Brunson did they thing. Donte Divenchenzo, Josh Hart, IQ did they thing. Mitchell Robinson, continue to dominate the boards. Let the other stuff will come to pass, my dude. Like it says in the Bible, how about cook 3 something? I forget. The vision may tarry, but the blessing will come. Something like that. But Mitch, just be patient, man. But otherwise, man, great game out of Knicks. Knicks win again, 116-114. So, guys, make sure to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the dark notification bell to get each and every notification for each and every video I put out there. I appreciate you guys, man. Peace through, God bless, and I'll talk to you later.